there's no set rules of Hinduism. Individuals are free to do what they want, and they make their own beliefs by how they live their life. There's no, oh, set, you have to do this every day. You have to do this at night, you have to do this in the morning. Each individual has their own view of Hinduism, so it's really, really liberal, I'd say. And Hinduism is based on three things: karma, dharma, and societal norms. Hinduism has survived, it's the oldest, as you guys know. It survived over the many years because of its ability to evolve and change with modern society. And a prime example is the caste system, which, if you want to know more about that, you can ask about that later. And I know that some of you might know that we worship idols. It's not exactly that. For example, suppose you take a picture of your parents and you were to throw it on the ground, to tear it up. It's not, your parents don't know you do that, but it's like disrespecting your parents. Idols are similar to this. If you were to throw that idol, it's disrespecting the gods pretty much. The idol is pretty much symbolism, and it's a concrete way to get to an abstract idea. It's the connection to our gods, or God. We'll get to that after. There are four main divisions of Hinduism. It's Shaktiism, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Smartism. If you want to know more about that, ask about that later. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard of Avatar, the movie. It's kind of based on Hinduism. Avatars are pretty much the incarnations of God. These different incarnations are put on Earth to complete different duties, to make Earth a more bearable place to live. And we all know what karma is: cause and effect. What goes around comes around. And yoga is one of the biggest practices in Hinduism. There's so many different types of yoga. There's not one that people can do. And yoga is basically to pursue different goals, different paths, spiritual wise, sorry about that. And it's not really imperative for Hindus to go to a temple to pray. You can do it while you're driving. You can do it while sitting in your house. You can do it anytime. And there's no mandatory pilgrimage that Hindus have to conduct, as I don't know what the word would be, in their life, but it's encouraged. There's so many different holy cities. There's not one in India, so they all visit different places. Some places are Dwarka, which I've been to, Puri, Rameswaram, and Badrinath. They're all over India. It's not just in one place. And there's a bunch of festivals. Pretty sure some of you have heard of Holi, Festival of Throwing Colors. It's to welcome spring. There's Diwali for New Year, and there's a bunch more. Some of our major scriptures are the Vedas, which consist of 4 different textures, the Mahabharata, which is a story of an epic war, the Bhagavad Gita, which falls under the Mahabharata, and the Ramayana, which is a story of saving someone, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm just going to briefly clarify polytheism. People consider us to be polytheistic, but really we only believe in one divine spirit. And those three, you know how in world history we learn about the three main gods, which are Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. Basically, we're polytheistic because Vishnu comes onto the earth when there's a major crisis in several different forms, and they're basically counted as different gods, which is why there's so many different ones. So we're technically not really polytheistic. We're pretty much monotheistic.